Bring a corpse in a coffin and put him against Tinubu. The corpse will win. Galadima. This Galadima is a comedian. You put a corpse in a coffin. Say during election, Abi. And that corpse will still win Tinubu. No be small thing. This one. Buba Galadima, a Nigerian politician and former National Secretary of the Congress for Progressive Change, CPC, has criticized the ruling government ahead of the 2027 presidential election. Speculations and counter-allegations have emerged, suggesting plans by the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) to turn Nigeria into a one-party state, as the coalition party, the African Democratic Congress (ADC), is being recognized by the electoral umpire ahead of the forthcoming 2027 presidential election. However, in the video posted by Arise News, Buba Galadima, a Nigerian politician and former National Secretary of the Congress for Progressive Change, stated that if there is no living in Nigeria and a corpse is put against President Bola Tinubu in the forthcoming 2027 presidential polls, the corpse will win the election. Who want to vote for a corpse? I people joke. This Galadima is not serious. I assure you the corpse will win, even if you bring a corpse in a coffin and put him against President Tinubu. Now, if I says then bring a northerner and sit Tinubu floor the person. Only Peter Obi can sack Tinubu from Asorock. Olufemi says, Buba, your bro Bubu ruled for 8 years, and the reason we all voted for him was because of security and 2, economy. Instead, he went ahead to empower them with more AK-47, making sure that banditry and terrorism reached a greater level. Never settled all he brought into country through Meyeti Allah, even when they begged him to settle them 1.5 billion naira. Today, insecurity has become a business for northern elders and leaders to be rich. Economy went so down, so why are you shouting? Northern leaders are shameless. Yusuf says political hallucination of the highest order, no be small thing. You will go and bring a corpse inside the coffin to contest for election, no be small thing. The old man needs urgent political rehabilitation. Dada says, because you're a lazy person, you can't see what Tinubu is doing. He's not doing anything. Dada. He's not, just shut up your mouth. He's not doing anything. Most of you talking down this government are just short-sighted people. You are not okay. And it's so disappointing that you're a disgrace to your race. See, if you want to defend the president and say, oh, he's doing something, but we cannot see it, you will now cite examples of the things that the president are doing. Maybe we are not seeing it like, oh, this thing that he's doing is not as important as the major things that we want him to do. So those things that you say that he's doing that we are not seeing, you will tell us. So that we'll say, okay, maybe. But he's not doing anything. He's not doing nothing. I beg. Adedina says, you're ranting is second to none, and you're reasoning that it's only your region decide what goes on in this country. It's thing of the past. All the minorities in the north are more yield to your aspiration again. As Sunday Abedi says, I pray God preserves you and your cohort. Till then, God will surely disappoint you all. Guy says, did you say same about Buhari when he was underperforming? In as much as I hate non-performance, una silence and distance from protest when una own dey power makes your honest opinion unbelievable always. Did you say the same about Buhari when he was underperforming? In as much as I hate non-performance, una silence and distance from protest when una own dey power makes your honest opinion unbelievable. Okay, always repeated that. Abala Saye says, Nigeria always oppose the truth. Please, people back into the bush should mention only one thing that the man did in favor of the masses since he's swearing in. That's what I expect them to be doing. Like, if you are defending this person and you are saying, oh, he's doing a lot of things, meanwhile, we are not seeing the things that he's doing. You tell us. Tell us those things that he's doing that we are not seeing. Really. Lawa says, who is Buba Galadima in Nigerian politics? Even in his own house, has no certainty over their votes. Galadima is nothing but a parasite who is desperate, looking for a piece to eat. Gods of video speaking. Fabuaro says, Northerners always produce cops as president. I'm telling you, it will never happen again. Tinubu will spend complete 8 years. No, Tinubu doesn't have to spend complete 8 years. Somebody else from the south can be the president. And we have a candidate already. It doesn't have to be Tinubu, Mr. Fagbaoro. So what you can do is to mobilize your bandits, brother, to start disturbing the peace of Nigeria, but they will be arrested and dealt with. Friday says, Galadima, most of you didn't have business in the government of today. You are just a dreamer. Please don't give us back, okay? Rafael Ajayi says he did the same thing to Buhari when he was stopped from coming to Asorock, okay? Tamlari says, this Baba usually makes mouth. How possible comes to defeat Tinubu? Don't mind him. I think he's still in bed dreaming. People of the North are wiser now. That most of you so-called leaders are betrayals, self-centered. Now you are doing well. Your children too are doing well at the detriment of the less privileged masses. Let the poor breathe. The current government is trying to liberate the poor from the shackles that is why there's a gang up. That's a lie. How can you be trying to liberate us from poverty and you are putting us more into the poverty? That's a lie. Damn lie. That's not what this current government is trying to do. They might be trying to probably take over power from the North and all of those mentality that they are the owners of Nigeria, but that this particular government is trying to liberate us is a lie. They are not doing anything now to liberate anybody. As Pascal says that the cops will not be heartless to Nigerians since the hearts would have stopped beating. Felix Authority says the cops you will likely come up with will be voted for by Nigerians. We don't suffer for politician hand. I've been telling you. Okon Sunday says that's to tell us the high level of disappointment the citizens have by this government. It's only the few favored ones that are fighting for more chances to enable them get more favor. But how long will the government believe in favoring the few instead helping the citizens out of suffering? Mayor says nothing but the truth. Tinubu is a failure and bunch of disappointment to Nigerians. He and Akpabio had no good plans toward Nigeria. God has collapsed their mandate in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Papa, please speak and behave your age. You are not a politician but a market head. Go to Kazua and Chairman. That's where your post is. Nathan says he won the first time because he not supported him. This time he will win because he's in power. With this analog voting system, if you see another party should just save their energy. Christmas says, Baba Galadima, till then, Nigerians will know who to vote for. Anthony says, reasonable Yoruba talking, not those bastards commenting here. She says, that's what God alone can do. What happened in Abia State can still happen again. He's not tired nor weak. He can remove our allowed Tinubu because it's of his prerogative as God to buy or make alive. May his will be done. Amen, amen. Say how it says, oh yes, I just hope we all vote and wait to defend our votes. That's the koko, defending our votes. Not going back home to sleep and then before we wake up, they don't announce winner. Well, listen, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.